Welcome everyone to this edition of the YOGAmazing video podcast. I'm Chaz, I'm your host, and welcome to the YOGAmazing 2010 retreat. And I have many people here from many areas in the United States as well as outside the United States. So we're going to do a quick introduction of everybody. So let's start over here.
I'm Tracy from St. Louis, Missouri.
Judy from St. Louis, Missouri.
Ava from St. Louis, Missouri as well.
Amber from Springfield, Virginia.
Linda from just outside Toronto, Canada.
Melanie from Louisville, Kentucky.
And Sarah from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
So we've got a lot of people from all around. In fact, behind the camera, here, come in camera real quick, Mike. Mike is back there helping me out. Mike was here last year and one of my students of all time. So Mike's here with us as well. You can sit down now that we got the camera rolling. Okay. So what we did, like we did with the last year's class, is we came here and we said, okay, we're going to do a class, but I had no ideas. Typically, I answer your emails. But I said, this is going to be personal emails, personal interaction with everybody. And so we were trying to develop a class that we could do. And we came up with a lot of great ideas, but we finally got the idea, and the idea came from?
Ava. Yes.
And what's it called? You get to introduce it.
Well, it is called head-to-toe flow.
And what we did with that idea, which was fun, and we've got it up here, but we'll show you the list here. So if you see us looking up, that's because it's just literally coming up with it as we were sitting here. So it gave them an idea of what it takes to not only be a teacher, but also we talked about sequencing poses and all that good stuff in between. So as it says, we're going to flow. And I know how much everybody out there loves the flow sequences. I get so many emails about that. But we're going to do a head-to-toe flow. And I'm very excited about this because everybody had great input on this. I mean, it's really going to be a great class. So there's going to be a lot of it's going to be tough for me to continue with some of these classes because this is such a great sequence. So it's only going to make me a better teacher because of this interaction. So hopefully next year you guys will come out and participate. Do you all like what we're doing so far?
Yes. Absolutely.
So in fact, at the very end of this, we're going to do a little bit of talking about yoga in general. So as always, I appreciate your never-ending support. And remember, you can always Facebook us. Do a search for Chaz on Facebook.com. Or you can go to Twitter.com/YOGAmazing. Of course, email me, Chaz@YOGAmazing.com. Lots of great ways to interact with me and all of us now. So as always, remember to breathe, relax, and have fun in this edition of the YOGAmazing video podcast. Here comes the train. Okay, everyone, as you always know, when I start my class, we always go into child's pose. Now, the one thing I want you to know that as we go through this class is if you constantly see me looking up to my side, that's because that's where the sequence is, and this is so fresh that I may not remember it all. So if you see me look up, that's the reason why, because we had to write it on the wall, so we remembered it. So from here, everyone, let's bring ourselves into child's pose. So open up your knees, drop your stomach and chest through, and relax. Now remember, as we go through today's class, you breathe a consistent flow of breath, which is called Ujjayi breathing. That's where you inhale deeply through the nose, big inhales, big exhales. It becomes your timekeeper, your metronome. It allows you to move between the asanas with a beautiful flow, beautiful rhythm. And like I always say, it's a cascading waterfall that never ends. So the breath is fluid and flowing. Now, the poses may be difficult or easy, but through the breath, it stays consistent. So it allows you to open. So if you feel like it's too hard, breathe. If you think it's too easy, breathe. You're doing yoga. So I'm going to bring it into child's pose myself and just stay here for a few moments and become present about where you are. Now from here, you're going to take your arms to your side and you're going to roll onto the crown of your head. So hence the head part. Stay here and breathe. And roll it back off. We're going to do some variations on this and then bring it back up to the crown of the head. And then release it back. Interlock your fingers behind your back, and again, bring it up again. Remember to follow your breath. Keeping the arms interlocked, push it back. And then again, inhale, bring it up. and release. Going back into a child's pose. Stay here and breathe for a few moments and hang out with it. Good. From here, bring yourself up, and we're going right into a downward facing dog. We're going to get the flow going here a little bit more. As you notice, all the poses are going to be fluid. And then upper push-up plank position, hold. Taking it down. Up dog, hold. Shoulder blades down the back. None of this stuff, none of that stuff. Shoulder blades down the back. Everybody doing it? All right. Shoulder blades down the back. Good. Toes into the mat. Go back to down dog. And upper push-up. Take it down. Up dog, hold. And go back to a down dog. And right foot forward, lunge. Squeeze your back left leg. People have asked, how do I get my bottom in shape? Well, this is it. Squeeze that back leg, firming up your thighs. Now, this is the fun part. We're going to drop the left knee. We're going to sit, cross, and lift. So you don't want to lift off. You want to keep your bottom on the floor, shoulder blades down, nice straight spine, deepen the breath. And you're going to roll it open. Gazing to your left thumb, palm open. Deepen the breath. Remember, don't let your bottom lift up off the ground. You don't want to do that. Keep your bottom down. Draw the navel in, lengthen through the spine. And bring it back to the center and cross it up. Now you're going to look at your right thumb, palm open. Deepen the breath. Everybody doing okay? I guess so. You're not talking to me right now. And then you're going to cross your legs up, eagle, and right over the left and lift. And pull down. And releasing the arms up. And you're going to drape it forward and hang out with it. And then bringing it up. You're going to bring your right foot forward. You're going to bring it into a lunge. And now on this version, you can either keep your knee down or you can bring your leg into the air, and we're going to bring the arms up for a prayer twist. Looking over the shoulder. Again, you can keep the knee down or the knee up. Depending on where you are, go where you can go. That's it. Listen to your body and breathe. Slowly release both hands to the floor. Here's where the fun part comes in. You're going to take that leg back, flow it, roll it, push it back, roll that right hip, point your right toes. Bring the right knee forward for a pigeon. Lifting into the heart, and then laying it out on the floor. Stretch it out. Now remember, as you do pigeon, or as we call it in Kentucky, piggy-on. See, I told you, see, they didn't believe my jokes were as bad as they were, but they really are. You want to make sure that you square your hips up. You don't drop over. You want to make sure that you breathe, you inhale, you exhale, making sure that your hips are squared up, that you're not dropping to either side. Good. Like right here, you're dropping over a little bit, so you want to make sure you square the hips up. And in your arms, you want to make sure that you don't put pressure in your arms. You want to make sure that you're evenly distributing your weight. You don't want to, in yoga, you want to balance the body. You don't want to put yourself out of whack. Okay? And from here, bring yourself up. Shoulder blades down the back. Now from here, we're going to take it back, fly the leg open. And then bring it into an upper push-up, right knee to the chest. See, I'm adding things to this. Arms straight. They don't know I'm doing these. And then go back to a down dog. They're not too happy with me now because it was like, that wasn't in the list you wrote on the wall. And from here, left foot forward, drop the right knee, sit, cross, and lift. Same thing here. If you need to bend your knee a little bit, bend the knee a little bit. But no slouching. Draw your navel in, shoulder blades down. Do not lift off. Remember, you're not sending one of your cheeks to the moon. You want to make sure that you're firmly grounding in evenly, deepening your breath. Rolling it open. Again, keep your butt on the floor. Gaze it, shoulder blades down so you're lifting up and out. Look at your foot. Don't let your foot kick in. Square the foot up, pull it back. Gaze at your right thumb, palm open. Bring it back to the center. And roll it. Gaze at your left thumb, palm open. Remember, your bottom on the floor. Shoulder blades down. Nice, long, beautiful spine. Soften your gaze, deepen the breath. And from here, you're going to cross it up. And left over right. And you're going to lift to start with. Pull down. And then release the arms up and drape it forward. And bringing it up, bring the arms up. Take your left leg out. You're going to bring it forward into a lunge. And again, you can bring your knee to the floor for starters, and then you're going to bring it up, prayer twist. And if you want to do with the leg off the floor, that's cool. Or you can stay with the knee down, wherever you want to go, gazing up over the shoulder, deepen the breath, firming up that back leg. Hands to the floor. Fly that left leg open, roll the hip, push it back, point your toes. Dog at a fire hydrant, think of it that way. And left knee forward. Again, lift into the heart. And as you exhale, lay it out. Breathe and sink. Same thing here is when you're doing this asana, remember to breathe. You want to make sure that your hips are squared up. Good, breathe. You want to make sure that you transfer the weight. I always say inhale, exhale, release. So inhale, you expand, and as you exhale, you just sink it down. Deepen your breath. Relax yourself in the pose. Let the pose find its way. The thing about this is that it's there within you. Just allow it to come out. Kind of like a flower blooming. Let the flower bloom. You know, if you force a flower to bloom, you will kill it. So just like with yoga, don't force it. When you force the yoga, that's when you injure yourself. So don't allow the flower within you to die that way. Let it happen on its own, okay? Heard it here first. Breathe and relax. And from here, bring it up. Hold the pose. And again, from here, fly it back, roll that hip open, upper push-up, left knee to the chest, squeeze your abs, go to a down dog. And look between your hands. Walk your feet to the edge of your mat. Squat. Stick out your bottom way far. And then sit. Now, so we're working lots of areas of the body. We're working from the head to the toe. So now we're going to be working on arms, upper body strength. So we're going to be doing our crow. So if you want to hop from down dog to crow, like I did, I know Linda talked about that in one of the past episodes where you flying down dog to crow. You can do that all you want, or you can just do it this way. So from here, remember as you do the crow, you want to squeeze your arms to your legs, legs into your arms, and it's a balance pose. So go ahead and start it, everybody, and do the best you can. Remember, you can do it toe at a time or bring it all the way up. But remember, build your shelf. When I mean that, elbows and wrists in alignment. She's got elbows and wrists in alignment. She's squeezing the arms and legs so you're able to maintain the balance. Good. Soften the gaze and the breath and just squeeze and hold. Hold it for as long as you can, and then I want you to take it back to a down dog. Fingers forward. I can see you through my legs, Eva, that your fingers aren't forward. And then go back to a down dog. Good. Now remember, if you have any questions about this podcast and it's tough, I'm going to get all their emails and you can email them because this is their class. No, this is fun. And again, look between your hands, jump it forward. And hang, standing forward fold. And from here, bend your knees, bring it into chair pose. Remember, when you're doing the chair pose, Utkatasana, you want to squeeze and lengthen through your fingertips, and then make sure your big toes, knees, and ankles are touching. You're trying to sit, you're trying to stand, as I always say, but you get stuck in the middle. And then we're going to bring it up, and then bring it into a dancing Shiva. Breathe, everyone. And take it back into a Warrior 3 jet airplane. Make it real tight with your arms, everyone. Rotate the right hip. Lengthen through that back right leg. Spread the toes. And bring it into a crooked tree. Left hand grabs right foot, right hand comes to the chest. Now you can stay here, or you can take it into a revolved dancer pose. So then we're going to bring up the arm. You can stay in the crooked tree, or you can bring it to here and kick it back. And release, nice and slowly, bring it back to the mountain. Take a breath. Everybody doing okay?
Yes.
Sweating?
Yes.
Yes. Good. And then from here, bend your knees, bring it into Utkatasana. Remember, you're trying to sit, try to stand, get stuck right there in the middle, but reach and sit, feel it, breathe it, live it. Don't just do yoga, do yoga. Just do it. Hey, Nike uses that. Sorry for the distractions. And bring it up into a dancing Shiva. See, I asked them if I spoke too much, and they said, no, you're fine. But there's some people out there who are saying, shut up, Chaz, I know. And take it back, jet airplane, Warrior 3, tight arms, everyone. Square the hips up. Remember to lift the head and chest so you get a slight bow in the T. I must say, this is a great sequence, everyone. Great job, because this is definitely a good workout. Crooked tree. Left foot behind, right hand grabs, left hand to the chest. Now you can stay here, or you can bring it into the dancer. reverse dancer, and then just slowly go down and kick your leg back. Do what you can do. If you fall, just laugh it off. It's just yoga, and then release. Hands to the chest. See, it's right. See, laughter yoga. When you fall out, you just laugh. It's just yoga. At the end of the day, that's all it is. Hands to the chest, mountain pose. From here, inhale, bring the arms up. Take it down, squeeze it in. Bring it up, arms up. And you're taking our leg back. For us, it's our right leg, palms up. And go to a reverse warrior. Remember to palms up. Make sure that knee's over the ankle. Don't bend your elbows. Don't do a salute. Arms and shoulders. Bring it from the hips and the shoulders, not from the bent elbow. And bring it up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Don't go down. Reach. Get the length. Length, length. Triangle. Gazing up at the right thumb. And as I've gone through the class, I've always told everybody here, remember, tuck it in 2 sheets of glass. So that means you have to get your body in a nice straight formation. You don't want to get it sway back. You want to tuck it in. Deepen your breath, everyone. Find out where you can go. Good. Breathe into the body. Remember, don't allow your neck to collapse. Keep your whole body awake and alive the whole time. Good. From here, everybody, look down. And let's take it into a lunge. Hold. And then go back to a down dog. And an upper push-up position. I'm adding to it. Take it down. Do a vinyasa. Go to a down dog. And from here, let's bring the other foot forward. Let's bring the left foot forward. And let's bring it up. Did we just do the left foot? We did the left foot. See? Okay, switch it. There we go. Meant to do that. Meant to do that. Bring it up. Palms up. And go back to reverse warrior. This is live. There is no editing in this, folks. I'm just taking it as it comes. Keep your arms straight, though. Arms straight. You want to bring it from here and here. Make sure you can't see that front knee, but make sure knee's over the ankle. You get to feel your body. Breathe. Up. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen, get to reach. Reach, reach. Right leg straight. Right foot forward, go to triangle. Tuck your bottom under. Remember, we don't want this going on. We don't want your chest and bottom sticking out. We want it to be nice and tight formation. The hand that's on the leg, hold on to it, but don't lay your life into it. Keep your whole body light. Feel like there's a balloon attached to your hand. Deepen the breath. And looking down, hands to the floor. Go back to a lunge. And take it back. Go to down dog. Upper push-up. Do a vinyasa. Go to a down dog. Stay here and breathe. Okay, from here, upper push-up. Nice, more upper body strength. Hold, straight spine. Don't drop into it. Make sure that you're nice and strong and straight. Taking it all the way down, up dog. Hold. Shoulder blades down the back. Elbows slightly bent. None of this. This. Down dog. Plank. We're going to do a tougher one this time. Chaturanga. We're going to hold it for 5 breaths. So take it down. Thank Linda for this one. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up dog. Thanks, Linda. And down dog. And from here, drop to your knees. Coming up. Hands to your hips. For Camel Ustrasana. Big inhale, lift into the heart. Exhale, tuck the tailbones, roll the shoulder, drop the head back. Bring it up. And go to child's pose. Stretch it out. And you're going to bring it up to kneeling. Then you're going to roll it open, taking your leg out. We're going to do gate pose now. So palm up on the leg that's out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, over. But don't bend your elbow. Arms straight. Bring it from the hips and the shoulder. Deepen the breath. And up. Take that hand down. You're going to roll your heart. Nice big stretch. And then from here, you're going to roll it back to the center. And as you do, you're going to roll it up and right to the other side. See? Worked. And inhale and exhale. And you're going to bring it up. You're going to open it up, roll the heart open. And you're going to bring it forward. And you're going to bring it back to the front of the mat. You're going to bring it up. And then you're going to bring the hands to the chest. Now you're going to stay here for a moment. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sweating. So from here, we're gonna take it from here, and you're gonna crisscross your legs. You're gonna roll it back into a shoulder stand, into a plow, and then from there we're gonna rest. A couple other little poses here and there, but that's the main prescription. So just watch what I do, then you guys can follow right after that. So I'm gonna crisscross my legs. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna roll it up. So go ahead, everybody. And let's take it into a shoulder stand. And you want to make sure you squeeze and lengthen through the toes. Deepen your breath. If you need to, just adjust yourself slightly to keep yourself nice and straight. Squeeze and lengthen. Spread your toes. Activate your legs. Feel your body. Your whole body should be alive. Your legs should be active. If your legs are lazy, they're feeling like heavy weights. We don't want that. We want them to be light. So we want to lengthen it. Squeeze. Keep your breath deep. And then from here, slowly release back into a plow. And go back as far as you can. Some people might not be able to get their toes on the floor, but if you can, interlock your fingers, tuck your shoulders more, and then take the legs back. Remember, do what you can do. Listen to your body. And then slowly release. And as you come out of the pose, you're going to come down vertebrae by vertebrae, and you're going to come up, arms coming up, and you're going to take it straight down. Remember to push through the big toes, both little toes. Use it even if you need to. And then take it down. Go as deep as you can. Breathe and sink. Let your body open up bit by bit. And then slowly release. Hands back. Let's do a sliding board, so coming up. Drop your toes, lift your hips, drop your head, lose your mind. There you go. That's yoga. Release. Squeeze it in. And stay on the floor. Now, let me ask you this, because this is, again, I'm bringing this spontaneously into the class and into you. How many, we're going to do two options here. We're going to do a bridge pose. If you have the capability, do a full back bend. So can anyone here do full back bends? Okay. The full back bend? The wheel. So if you can do a bridge, everybody else knows what a bridge is? Okay, here's the bridge. So you can do a bridge, this one, or the wheel, the full back bend. So we're going to do a full bridge and then a half bridge. So we're going to do, or two full back bends. So you make the call. Okay, so is everybody ready? So you can either keep your feet flat or on your toes. I like doing it on my toes. Whichever way is good for you. So you can go into the full bridge or into a full wheel. So let's bring it up, everybody. Go whichever way you can go. Make sure you breathe. Work on getting your feet straight or on your toes. There you go. And bring it down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Stay in the position. Now if you're doing just a regular bridge, you're just going to do a half bridge, which looks like a sliding board, okay? So everybody ready? Here we go. Inhale. And exhale, take it up, whichever version you want to go. Feet straight, or on your toes, if you want to go deeper. And release. Very nice, everyone. And from here, bring your feet together. Recline butterfly. And legs together, squeeze your legs in. One last thing we got to work on is our abs. That's one thing we haven't done yet. So we're going to interlock our fingers behind our neck, take our feet to the ceiling. We're doing this twice. So you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, drop your legs a third for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your head, drop another third for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6 inches, look up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up, inhale, head down. And exhale down for a third for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Head up, another third for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6 inches, arms straight back, look up for 5. Last thing, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Everybody, big inhale and let it out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Big breath. 1 more. Now, take these next few minutes, now that we've definitely worked our body from head to toe, take these next few minutes as an opportunity to just spend time with it. Too often throughout the day, we don't give ourselves enough time. We take care of others, but we need to learn to take care of ourselves, that it's not being selfish, that it's being honoring who we are, that if we can make ourselves into a better person, it will only make the people around us see us in a better light. And so for these next few minutes, just look inward to see how this yoga has touched you. It could touch you on so many levels, and that's the beauty of yoga. It affects everyone differently. It changes this molecular structure within us to the tiniest cell. So allow the change to happen without judging. just accept what this class has given you and take this gift of yoga and share it with someone else. Take the peace and the strength and share it. Namaste. Well, we just finished the YOGAmazing retreat weekend. In fact, we just finished doing the big flow class to close out the weekend. And what I want to do is just sort of go around and talk to you all about, the weekend and what you thought about it. For all the people that couldn't attend, because, we've been Facebooking everybody as we go through and tweeting about it. So let's just go around and start down here and just, what were your thoughts about the weekend and the class? What were some of your favorite things? And everybody can just join in. And if somebody says something, you can join in as well. So, Linda?
I really enjoyed the weekend. It was a nice opportunity to meet some lovely people, and I like yoga because it gives me a chance to be flexible, strong, and in control for at least that hour of my life.
So do you feel like that, the yoga, like the class that we just took, was that challenging for you? Or was it fun? Was it playful?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Everybody's changed their clothes already because they were just soaked wet.
That is true.
For me, it's just such a privilege to actually come to the studio and to meet Chaz in person. I've been doing his podcast for a few years, and so to meet him in 3D was just really cool. And to actually be in the studio.
Yeah, see, I'm real.
Yeah, he's real, and his yoga is real, and so what we get on the podcast is.
And I tell the
just like we
same.
get
I
here.
tell bad jokes.
Yeah, it keeps you laughing. And good ones.
So, what was your favorite part of the weekend? Because we can talk about other things we did too outside the yoga studio.
Yeah, well, we had a great weekend full of not only yoga here, but we also had lunch yesterday at the Zen Tea House, which was great, followed by some meditation. We got to see a lot of the local spots around Louisville, shops and.
And we'll talk about. You can talk about shopping because you actually bought
Yeah.
some stuff there. But it was. You've had a fun time.
Yeah, it's been a blast.
Now one of my yoga students who actually comes to the studio that lives here in Louisville owns a store called Sister Dragonfly, and so you actually went in there and pulled up a truck and bought some stuff.
Yeah. Sister Dragonfly was awesome. The owner described it as a 3-hour store, felt like a Gilligan's Island, 3-hour tour. I could have easily spent 3 hours there. But this whole experience has been wonderful. It's taken the podcast to a deeper, richer level, and the whole experience has been wonderful from the sense of community and fun with everybody here. And Louisville is a great little town, city, and I've really been pleasantly surprised with the whole experience. It's been wonderful.
Good. Yeah, it's that's what people really are surprised about Louisville, about what it has to offer, and that's what I wanted to share with you all. And then, last night we went down to the 21C Museum Hotel, which I'll let you all talk about that one since we've already talked about some of the stuff over here. And we went down there. I was actually going to take them to a place, one of my places I hang out, Valari, but Amber came here last year and we went to the 21C, and she says, "No, Chaz, we got to go back." So it's become kind of a staple with kind of what we do. So I'll let you talk about that. Let's go to Melanie. Now she's a Louisvillian.
Yes, and I say get it in Louisville, YOGAmazing. How amazing. This is a hidden secret I didn't really know much about. So this retreat really opened my eyes to all the wonderful things you're doing. So thank you so much for what you're doing here locally as well as around the world. For me personally, I haven't been doing yoga consistently besides laughter yoga. So I laughed a lot. And this is definitely the step in a new direction for me. So thank you for allowing me to be in this space with everybody.
Cool.
Well, for me, it was motivation to get back into practice, and got my two best buds here, so that's another big plus motivation, and they keep me going when things get a little tough and make sure I'm in the right form, facing the right direction.
Now, what was your favorite part of the weekend? You know, the yoga, going out. I mean, it could be getting to rest,
Getting the rest. Well, I don't.
getting the chocolate cake. I had to take you guys to.
Tart.
The
Tart. It's just being with people. Work hard all week. It's good to meet up with people, make new friends, and see a new place.
Well, for me, we were planning to have a 3-girl weekend. Well, we actually ended up having a 7-girl and 2 guys weekend.
Mike's behind the camera, so he's operating the camera.
So it was that was very nice. We had a really good time. It was very much not what I expected. I expected to work hard, which we did. I expected to be to do some meditation, which we did. What I didn't expect is all the eating and all of the fun that we had. That was great.
I talked about you. We went to one of my another favorite restaurant I go to is a Cafe Classico. A friend of mine, Tommy, owns it. And you and Tommy got to talk because Tommy he went to Spain with his wife.
Right.
And you all actually got to talk about some of the places y'all hung out with.
Right.
Or hung out while you were in Spain.
Right. I'm originally from Spain, so whenever the topic comes up, I just light up. It's a wonderful country, and sharing it with anybody is
A guy from Louisville, Kentucky.
I know.
That went to the same street. That went to the same street you went to.
Yes.
So all the people now, there's a lot of people in Spain who actually watch you. So where in Spain did you go to? Now, if you're the people in Spain, tag me in some pictures or email me some pictures of you on the street, and then I'll post them in the Facebook or on the website. So where were you?
Well, originally I'm from Madrid, but we just came back from Spain in September. We went to Madrid, of course, so we can visit family. Cáceres is another place that we visited, and we really, really liked it. Granada, where we had a course that we had to go to. Then we went to Cádiz. We really did a tour of the south. It was really, really nice. And I think that they enjoyed it.
But what was that street, the specific street?
Oh,
that you
well, we were talking about Barcelona, which is on the northeast of the country. So we were talking about Las Ramblas, we were talking about La Diagonal, and of course all of the Gaudí art.
So if anybody out there has been to those places or lives close to them, take a photo and I'll Facebook it and post it up there, and you could hold a little YOGAmazing sign. So now, Amber, this is Amber's second year here.
Second year.
And I think one of her most favorite things was to go down to 21C. So talk a little bit about that, because it's actually one of the world's most top-rated hotels, and go figure, it's right here in Louisville.
Yeah, last year was probably, aside from the yoga, of course, was probably the most impressionable visit I had, just going to this amazing museum slash bar slash hotel. And I think I went back bragging about the art in the bathrooms. And
Well, talk about the bathroom. The guy's restroom, to give you an idea, you walk down the hallway and there is a huge mirror on the wall. Little do you know that is the guy's urinal. So the guys are standing on the other side of the wall facing you going to the restroom, and it's a two-way mirror that you can't see. You can see a little bit of the guy, but they've got a block space so you can't see below it, but you can actually see an outline of a person as you're fixing your hair or something.
last year, Mike and Chaz were both saying, "Hey, come on, girls!" And there were a lot of women last year too. And let's go in the men's bathroom. And everybody,
I took you in the men's bathroom, and they say that's okay. You actually, if there's no one in the restroom, in fact, I went in there and said, "Is there anybody in there?" And some guy goes, "Yeah, I'm in here." But if there's no one in the restrooms, the management says it's okay to take a woman in there as long as there's no one in there. So because these restrooms have gained like international attention, and even in the ladies' restroom, they have some stuff in there.
yeah. So that was amazing. And the other thing we had to do again was I stayed at the Woodhaven Inn. Which he has a link to.
Bed and breakfast.
The bed and breakfast.
Now,
on
four
his
of y'all
web.
stayed there, right?
Yes.
Yes. And so I drug them back, and it's just an amazing place, and the rooms are just wonderful, and it's a great period. Period piece, I guess, is the best way to describe it. And the breakfasts are amazing, and the host is Marcia. She's wonderful. So I recommend when you guys come back next year and come to this, that you look at booking a room there because, well, we'll have one room.
Right,
After
right,
we get the
right.
room, and then you can have the rest.
Well, if someone, all the people out there who couldn't attend, I had some people that wanted to come in from Europe, but they couldn't attend. They had other things going on. For all the people out there who couldn't attend, what would you tell them? Why should they come here to the YOGAmazing retreat? Why this one? Why come here? Because you talked about going to some other places, right? And Linda came all the way down from Toronto, Canada. So I'm just wondering, why did you come here as opposed to doing something else? I mean,
You know what? To watch you on the podcast I feel very engaged. I feel like you're very personable. It's the type of person that I want to practice with. So once the invitation went out, I said, yeah, that I could be comfortable with. And it would
and I'm
feel
taller
like
in
home.
I'm taller in person, right?
Oh yeah.
A lot taller. I'm like 6 foot tall in person. So what would you tell someone about coming here? What would you tell somebody to excite them about wanting to come to this event?
Well, for me, is that you can make the weekend what you want. If you want to go hardcore, then you work harder at the classes. If you want to visit, you can do that too. You have a good time. I mean, you can make it what you want. It's a vacation.
It's the best of both worlds. You're getting the yoga side, but there's also the urban flair that Louisville has to offer. So you're not.
Yeah, I mean, I actually take you guys out. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not just. I mean, you hop in my
You're
Mini Cooper,
touring.
we go.
Yeah.
And
Not all
not
of us,
everybody. Not everybody. But yeah, it's always fun for me, for you all, for people to come here, because to actually get to touch the real students and to see them, because I interact with people virtually, and so it's so nice to be able to come here. In fact, we're talking about taking the YOGAmazing to St. Louis and to Michigan. Now you're in what part of Michigan?
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids. So we're looking maybe to do YOGAmazing out there on the road and do some other things. So we talked a lot about good ideas, and sorry, but we're not going to talk about them on camera. You had to be here. This is top secret stuff about what, because I asked them what we can do with YOGAmazing to make it better, and we just have to wait and see what we came up with ideas wise. But you think everybody enjoyed? I mean, I know we enjoyed doing the head to toe flow. I mean, this was their idea. This was their whole concept. So yeah, you just did it. So, but that was a fun. I'll tell you what, I was sweating.
Oh,
I mean, we just finished our vinyasa here, but when we filmed the class yesterday, of course you're seeing it now, or you just finished seeing it now. But it was a really, you guys nailed it, and that was one of the things that we talked about, which is doing a vinyasa and sequencing poses, and so it became really a test on how we could build a class and make it flow and make it fun and make it challenging, but not make it too crazy.
right, and that is what I was just talking about. We agreed as a class on what is it that we were gonna do. If you come in here and what you want to do is more, then I'm sure that you can do a harder one.
And I added to it, as you know, during me filming,
Right.
I started adding stuff to it, and everybody's like, "Oh, but we didn't tell you could do that." And I said, "Oh well, might as well put it in." So the democracy kind of went out the window at that point. Well, I want to thank you all for coming again to the YOGAmazing studio, and it truly is for me an honor that you're here, because it's I mean, when I started the YOGAmazing podcast, I didn't know where it was going to go, or where it was, and those were conversations that we had, where it's going to go, where it's going now. I had no idea that I would have this international audience, and people would fly in from Canada and drive, let alone drive from Louisville or even St. Louis. And, so it's an honor and treat for me that you all came in here. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
So as we say at the end of every class, y'all can say it with me, take the piece, take and the strand, and share it. Let's do that one more time as a group. Ready? So let's take the piece and the strand and share it. Namaste.